Good morning, Kasturians. So, today we have to start revising the chapters which are coming in your midterm examination. Okay, so for class 11th, two chapters are coming in your examination, which are chapter number 2nd, which is units and measurement, and chapter number 3rd, which is motion in a straight line. So, the questions that were given to you in the Google form, okay, we have to revise all those questions one by one. Okay, so let us start. So first of all, you have to fill the details as you can see on the screen. Okay, and then let us come to the questions directly. See, these are the questions. Question number 1 you can see on the screen. Wait, let me zoom this question. Okay, so now let us start. The first question says, how many significant digits are there in this number? Okay, you have to find the number of significant figures in this number. Okay, so let us see. We already know the rules to find the significant figures. See, the number of zeros in front of the number are insignificant. See, this 0 and after this point 0. Okay, these both the digits, both the zeros in front of this number are insignificant, but we already know when there are zeros after the number. Okay, when zeros are added after the number, as here you can see 9, in the last you can see the 2 zeros in the number. Okay, so these 2 zeros are significant, and you already know all the digits. Okay, like from 1 to 9, all the digits are significant. So in this number you can see 6 is significant, 9 is significant, and the zeros after the number, zeros placed after the number, are significant. So these two are insignificant digits. Okay, so the significant digits you can see is 6900. So number of significant digits in this in significant figures in this number is 4. Okay, you can see the correct answer is this one. Now let us come to the second question. The question says we have to find, you see, the question says the sum of numbers. See, we are given 3 numbers. First one is this, second number is this, and third number is this. And what we have to do, we have to find the sum of these numbers in the appropriate significant figures. Okay, so we already know the rule. See, when 3 numbers or when any number of digits are added, like here we are adding first number, second number, and 3 number. Okay, so after the addition, in the result, how many significant figures we will be having? We will be having the significant figures out of these 3 numbers. The numbers which is having the least significant figures will be having the least significant figures we will be having in the result. Okay, so let us see. The first number is having how many significant figures? All the numbers are significant in this digit, so this number is having how many significant figures? 5. You can see 4, 3, 6, 3 and 2. Okay, 5 significant digits. And in the next number, how many significant figures? You see 4 significant figures in this number. Okay, and in the next number we are having how many significant figures? Again, see, 0 placed in front of the number is insignificant, so we are having, and in between the two digits the 0 is placed here, so this is a significant value. So now in this number 3 significant digits are there. Okay, and this number we have already discussed how many significant figures? 5. Okay, so now let us see the minimum significant figures in out of the 3 digits. Which one is the minimum number? Which number is having the minimum number of significant figures? The third number, which is 3. Okay, so now we can say the result will be having 3 significant figures. You see in the options given to us, which you can see without calculation also you can see कि किसमें 3 significant digits होंगे, that will be the answer. Okay, you see the second question, second part. See, 3 significant figures are there, 6, 6 and 4. Okay, so we will be having 3 significant figures, so the correct answer is B. Also we can see that, what we can see, otherwise also how we can see, we will simply add the 3 numbers. Okay, after adding the 3 numbers we will be getting the result in 5 significant figures. Okay, after adding all 3 numbers, but we will get whatever we will get after adding these 3 numbers. Okay, let us suppose we are getting some digits x, y, z. Okay, z point, let us suppose we are getting a and b. This is the answer, let us suppose. Okay, so now we have to find the result in 3 significant figures. So what we will be doing, we will be rounding off the number to 3 significant digits, okay, that we can do. You can already, this is already discussed, okay. You can round off the number to 3 significant digits, okay. For example, if we are having the number as, let us suppose this, we are getting 635.29, okay. If we are getting this number, okay, so let us see the total of these three numbers, okay. The total of these three numbers will be 663.821, okay. For the means for the exact answer or for the appropriate significant figures, we will have to round off this number up to 3 significant digits, okay. So let us see how we can round off this number up to 3 significant digits. See, we are having at the fourth point, we are having 8, okay, so which is greater than 5, okay. So if the number at the last, or you can say the number up to which we have to round off, it is greater than 5, okay. You see 8 is greater than 5, so the number before this 8, that is 3, okay, this number will be increased by 1 digit, okay. So the number will be 6, 6 and 4, okay. So the correct answer, this way also it is 6, 6 and 4, okay. So I have discussed both the methods to find the appropriate significant figures in the addition of any number of digits, okay. So now let us move to the next question. Next question is, see, we are having the question says the mass and the volume of the body are given, which are 4.237 gram is mass of the body and the volume is 2.5 centimeter cube, okay. This is centimeter cube respectively, okay. Now the density of the material of the body in correct significant figures is, so we have to find the density of the material of the body, and we already know how we can find density. Density is equals to mass per unit volume, okay. Density is mass per unit volume. Mass is given to us, volume is given to us, and we have to find the answer in correct number of significant figures. So the answer will be having correct number of significant figures. How much? It will be having 2 significant figures. See, the least significant figures in the number, in both the numbers is in among mass and volume is volume, okay. Volume is having least number of significant figures, so the answer will be having 2 significant figures. We can calculate also and then round off our result to 2 significant figures. Otherwise, you see the from the options given, the number which is having 2 significant figures is the answer. See, 1.7, okay, understood. So this will be the answer. Now let us move to the next question, okay. You can try calculation also, because it might happen in the exam you will be having all the options in the 2 significant digits, okay. So in that case you will have to perform the calculation, so please go through the calculations as well. Now let us move to the second question, next question, which is, see, the next question is the numbers are given to us 2.745 and 2.735, okay. On rounding off to 3 significant digits will give, we have to round off these two numbers up to 3 significant digits. First of all, let us see how many significant digits these numbers are having. The first number is having 4 significant digits, and the second number is also having 4 significant digits. We have to round off both the numbers to 3 significant digits. How we can do? So what we have to do for that? We have to remove the last number, okay. From both the digits we have to remove 5. How we can do so? See, at the last point we have to find the number up to 3 digits, that means 2.74. we have to find the number up to here only. So what we can do? See, at last we are having 5 in both the cases, okay, according to the rule. So what we have to see now, if there is 5 at the last, now we have to switch to the next digit, okay, that is 4. Now we have to see this 4 is you can say it, let us see this 2 digits only, 45. If this 45 it is less than 50, then we will increase the number that is before, that means 4, or we can say this 4, the last number, we have to increase this number by 1, okay. 1 we have to raise this number. If it is less than 50, okay, so we have to let the number as it is, okay. Same way with this also. So the number 45, it is less than 50, okay. So so the correct number will be 2.74. okay, it is less than 50, so the number will be as it is. That means we can decrease this 5, we can eliminate this 5 and let the number as it is there. So the number will be, after rounding off to 3 significant digits, the number will be, this number will be 2.74, and the next number will be same rule we will follow, and the number will be 2.73. so the correct answer is this one. Okay, so now let us move to the next question. So what we have to do in the next question says we have to find the dimensional formula for velocity. Okay, velocity, first of all let us see what is the SI unit of velocity. It is measured in meter per second. Okay, so we already know dimensional formula for meter is, how we can measure meter, how we write the meter in dimensional form, we write it as L, okay, and in the square bracket. And how we write time, that is per time, that means time inverse we have to find, or we can write it, this meter per second in meter second inverse. So we can write it as L T, here we can write T, okay wait, we can write it as L T per inverse, you already know we can write per second, or inverse means this way, we can put the minus sign to some power. So now this will be the dimensional formula for velocity. Why? This L represents meter, the length, and this time inverse represents per second. Okay, that means time in the, you can you understand this, this is in reciprocal of time inverse. So how we can write m, if we have to write m also in this equation, we can, how we can write m0. okay, something to the power 0 is always 1. okay, so we can write it as m0 L1 t minus 1. so which one among the following is correct answer? You can see it is the third option is the correct one. Now let us move to the next question. What is the next question? See, the question says the sun's angular diameter is measured to be this. The angular diameter of sun is given to us. Angular diameter means we are given some angle theta. Okay, so theta is given to us, that is 19 and 20. You can see from here also it is 1920. And what we have to find? We have to find diameter of the sun. And what we are given distance of the sun from the earth, which is 1.496 into 10 to the power 11 meter. Okay, so how we can proceed to solve this question? See what is given in the question. Angular displacement, angular diameter is given, that is 1920 seconds. Okay, first of all we have to convert this angular diameter into radians. So this is given in seconds. First of all, how we can convert, what will be the procedure to convert from second to radian? How we will proceed from seconds to radian? First of all we convert into minute, then we will convert into degree, and then we will convert it to radian. So how we will proceed? First of all, 1 second is given. 1 second is equals to 1 by 60 minutes. You already know 1920 by 60. This division of 60 is to convert from second to minute. Okay, again we are converting from minute to second, so again we will divide it by 60. Okay, so now this is all in degree, and we already know 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radian. Okay, this should be understood. Okay, we already know this much. So now what we will do, we are having this in degree, so what we can do now to convert it into radians, 1920, okay, divided by 60 into pi by 180. Okay, now this whole will be in radians. Okay, this will be now in radians. Now what we can do, we are given theta. What we are given else? We are given distance of sun from earth. Let us consider distance of sun from earth be r, and what we are given, the value of this is given to us 1.496 into 10 to the power 11. Okay, in meters. Now we already know we have to find the diameter of the sun. Diameter of the sun we have to find. Okay, what we know, we already know that the angular we can say the angular diameter angle is equals to arc upon length. Now here what we are taking arc and what we are considering length. Okay, so the arc is, let us consider the arc is diameter of the sun, let us consider it L, and what will be the length, arc upon radius will be the distance that is given to us, that is r. Okay, from here we can easily find, we have to find the value of L. We can easily find L is equals to r into theta. Okay, theta we have found in radians, okay, and r we are given in meter. Okay, all the units are the units in which we have to find the result. Okay, so we can put the values easily and find out the result. Okay, we can do that easy, that is very easy. You can proceed the calculations. And one more thing, see, let us consider this is the sun and this is diameter of the sun, and from earth we are observing this point. Let us consider from here we are observing, and see, this is the angular diameter that we are given. What is the value? 920 seconds. And arc upon length, so this is arc. We have considered this as arc, that is L, diameter of the sun, and length is this much. Okay, this is r. Okay, from here you can understand, and simple, you have to put the values of L, R and theta, R and theta, and you will be getting L. What is L? It is diameter of the sun. Easy, you can put the values and find the result. Now what does the next question says? Next question says, check the correctness of the relation given below dimensionally. Okay, where m is mass of the body, v is velocity of the body, g is acceleration due to gravity, and h is height. Okay, and the formula given to us is mv square is equals to mgh. Okay, we have to dimensionally check the correctness of the given equation. Okay, we already know what does the dimensions for dimensions of m are m, that is we denoted by capital M, that is mass. Okay, we already know the dimension for velocity. Velocity is L t minus 1. Okay, but here we are given velocity square, so it will be L square. Okay, it will be L square, and t we are having minus 1, so t minus 2. Okay, these are the dimensions for left hand side. Now dimensions for right hand side will be m stands for mass, so we represent mass by capital M. Okay, capital M we can represent mass, and g is acceleration. Okay, acceleration due to gravity, we take dimensions of acceleration are L t minus 2. Okay, but here we are also having h is height measured in dimensions of meter. Okay, so meter we can write L. Okay, so L we will be writing for meter, so can we write it as one L and the other L, so we can write it here only L square. Okay, so this is the dimensions for left hand side, this is the dimension for right hand side. Okay, so you can see both the dimensions are same, so we can say that the equation, the relation given to us is dimensionally correct. Okay, so the options, out of all the options, the correct option will be the options are relation is dimensionally correct, relation is dimensionally incorrect, we cannot say, and the last option is none. So we have already seen that relation is dimensionally correct. Okay, so now let us move to the next question. The next question says, the conversion of 1 joule to 1 erg will be. How we can convert 1 joule to 1 erg? We already know about the formula, that is N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. Okay, we have already discussed in the class, N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. Okay, and we already know what will be N1 and N2 U1 and U2, we already know. Okay, now see, we have to convert 1 joule to 1 erg. How we can do so? See, we already know the formula, N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. Okay, where U1 is dimensions in terms of joule, okay, and U2 is dimensions in terms of ergs, which we have to find. Now N1 and N2 are the constants with you can say associated with U1, and N2 is constant associated with U2. Okay, so we have to find, what we have to find, we have to find N2. Okay, that means 1 joule will be equals to how many ergs, that we have to find. So we can see N1 U1 divided by U2. Okay, we already know what is U1. U1 is in terms of joule, so 1 joule we already know, 1 joule is equals to kg meter square per second square. This is the dimensions of joule, so we can say it as kg, and 1 erg we have to find. Okay, 1 joule is equals to how many ergs. So in the dimensions of ergs in terms of energy will be, it will be gram. Okay, kg we convert into grams, meter we will be converting into centimeter square, and second will remain as it is, second square. Okay, so we have to convert this unit into this unit, and we have to find how many ergs. Okay, so we have to find this. Now let us see. We already know n1, it is a constant, so we can take we already know the dimensions of n1. That means a constant will be dimensionless, so we can you can see, we can disregard, or we can we can eliminate this n1. We will be having u1 is in kg. Okay, kg, and what else, meter square, and second square we can take second inverse square. Okay, and the dimensions of u1 will be gram, centimeter square, and second inverse. Okay, so now we have to convert all these dimensions in terms of their all these units in terms of their dimensions. What we will be having, 1 kg will be 1000 grams, and 1 meter square we already know it will be 100. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters, so 100 centimeter square. Okay, it will be like this. Now second inverse and second inverse will get cancelled. Now here we will be having centimeter square, and here we are having gram and centimeter square. See, centimeter square gets cancelled, gram gets cancelled, 3 and 2 to 4. Okay, 4 and 3 is 7. So what we will be having now, we will be having this as 10 to the power 7. Okay, so we see now n2 is 10 to the power 7. That means 1 joule is equals to 10 to the power 7 ergs. Okay, we can see from this equation also, n1 u1 is equals to n2 u2. n2 we can consider here as 1, and n2 we have found is 10 to the power 7. So we can see here as 1 joule is equals to 10 to the power 7 ergs. Okay, this is what we had to find. So now let us proceed to the next question. So now you can easily see 1 joule is equals to 10 to the power 7 ergs. Okay, so option B is correct. The correct option is B. Now let us move to the next question. The next question is, we have to find the dimensional formula for force. Okay, so what we already know, force is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay, mass into acceleration, what will be mass? How you can write mass? We can write mass as m. Okay, you already know, and acceleration as L, and T minus 2. Okay, this is how we write acceleration, LT minus 2. Okay, so these are the this is the dimensional formula for acceleration, force. It is mlt minus 2. Okay, which one of the following is correct? Option A. Now let us move to the next question. See, we are given the physical quantity, 3 physical quantities P, Q and R, and having the different dimensions of all the physical quantities are different. We have to tell which of the following combination can never be a meaningful quantity. Okay, which of these quantities are not a meaningful quantity? See, we already know we can add or subtract, only the similar quantities can be added or subtracted. Do we already know this thing? So see, division, multiplication, all these things can be done. We already know. We also see that meter per second, that means we have divided meter with second. Okay, that is how we get velocity. Okay, that is a meaningful combination if we divide or multiply. But we can add or subtract only the two quantities which are having similar units or similar dimensions. So which of these following is a, you can say, meaningless combination? That is, this one is correct. This is a meaningful combination, all the 3 below. Okay, they are meaningful, but if we see the first one, it is a meaningless, because two quantities having different dimensions, they can never be added nor subtracted. Okay, so this is all for today. We will be discussing for more questions in the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching this video.